Audio Thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Today is the 23rd of August 2022. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our new uploads that we do upload on this channel each and every day, each and every hour. And so guys, we keep on following Zimbabwean exemption payments in South Africa. It's very interesting, and because less than 4% of Zimbabwe exemption payment holders have made representations to the Department of Home Affairs to say why their documents should not be terminated later this year. This emerged in court papers the department filed at the Govt High Court in Pretoria. The ZEP is a special dispensation permit that was established more than 10 years ago, providing legal protection to an estimated 178,000 Zimbabweans who live, work and study in South Africa. In January, Cabinet decided that the arrangement should be terminated by December and that permit holders should apply for a visa to remain in South Africa on the basis of a list of critical skills. In the case before court, the department said in its papers that only 6,000 out of 178,000 permit holders responded to the call Home Affairs Minister Aaron Mswaledi's made last year for Zimbabweans to state their case before the dispensation lapses. In June, the Helen Suzman Foundation, HSF, said it would take the government to court for discontinuing the payments, saying that the decision would turn ZEP holders in South Africa into undocumented migrants and force them to return. It said affected Zimbabweans would face similar conditions to what led them to flee from their home countries. However, in the court papers, Home Affairs Director General Luvowani Tommy Makode said the minister had allowed ZEP holders to apply for visas as contemplated by the Immigration Act. Makode said a decision not to grant further exemptions had not been made. He said this is clear from the fact that the ZEP holders are entitled to and were invited to make representations as to why their ZEPs should not be terminated and or why their ZEPs should be extended for a period longer than the 12-month extension granted by the minister. He said the only decision HSF could adequately seek to challenge was the minister's decision to extend the ZEPs for 12 months. If regard is had to the grounds of review, it is clear that HSF contends that because ZEP holders have lived and worked in South Africa for approximately a decade, any decisions not to grant a further blanket exemption to all ZEP holders would amount to an unjustified breach of the fundamental rights of ZEP holders. In the 6-month period since the minister's decision to extend the ZEPs for 12 months was announced, only 6,000 of the approximately 178,000 ZEP holders have taken the opportunity to make representations to the minister. He said Makode added the relief sought was legally unsustainable and added that any ZEP holder who meets the requirements of Section 26 of the Immigration Act was entitled to apply for permanent residence on any grounds contained in that section. And so guys, that's the latest here, and only 6,000 permit holders, ZEP permit holders, have actually applied for my waiver. People have been applying for those waivers, saying they need to be reconsidered for those other permits, and they forgot to say that they are also charging fees. You apply for that waiver, of which you can apply for that waiver, but many people have been denied. Again, they've been denied those waivers. You can pay 3,000 or 2,000 or so. Then only qualify for other payments. So many people are instead of taking money, they got to say nazo. No, it's better to be legal than to actually waste money applying for something that you won't get a positive response. And so got it all in the comment section. This is Audio Thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. So the Pinama Streets a social media, of course, to find out regarding to this, including our favorite journalist Hope here to say this: out of 180,000 Zimbabwean exemption payment holders, only 6,000 applied to regularize their payments to another visa. Almost all of them were turned down by the South African Home Affairs Department. The Zimbabwe government is also charging them VAT on their property on to return to Zimbabwe. Said is when it comes to the property, we still have to wait for the government to give us a full brief on that. Remember to remember to gazette that in that government gazette regarding to those who are returning back home. Yes, those who are returning back home. Because last time I talked about it here, I said property I switch to a border, and also 1 car for every citizen. I don't know what property is he talking about when the government said with property I charge. It's only that you need to bring in 1 car and you need to provide contract of employment, a bank statement, everything, just to show why Shanda South Africa. Another requirements, actually we should have to do a video a separate video regarding to that, but for now we are focusing more on the people who haven't applied for the waivers. Reason why someone said, can Zimbabweans please stop being obsessed with South Africa? There was life before South Africa, and still there is life after South Africa, and let's not be obsessed in South Africa. Katingo focus more on the life after South Africa. Let's just focus on things that matters, because it seems like most of you guys are mato obsessed, and it's time to fix our country. Let's register to vote and vote out the old entire regime. Well done to South Africa authorities. If all 172,000 people come back home and register to vote, definitely it will be another story. Yes, and remember with my elections, it's always about numbers. So just imagine with 172,000 plus register to vote 2023, it will be a game changer. And South Africa isn't heaven on earth. God is moving us out of Sodom. Once we are all out, we are going to witness earthquakes and inflation that never witnessed before. South Africa will burn like hell. This issue is a done deal. South Africa will not back on its decision unless one key official on this issue caught in a corruption tender somewhere somehow. Maybe it will then lose power a bit. As for now, it's fucker pressure mantra, and nothing will stop them. And yes, it's a done deal. But remember, there's some court cases which are in court, and yes, October, between 4, 5, 6 October ahead. So we are waiting for those court cases with Famba say. Then we'll be back here maybe later on giving you guys the latest. But as far as we are concerned, it's a done deal. I mean, people need to just prepare for the worst. Someone said most people on ZEP are ready to come home. Bangwe vana vakatunga midza kare pa 13 years plus vari joni vano vanotumba twavo team rema ZEP zvokumasabhabho vaisakwanisa, but mumalocation pamagrowth point mumasmall towns nekumaruzeva vakavaka tuma 1 room ne 2 rooms vanatwo. Vamwe vatojamba ship vakutoenda kuchando 3/4 zvemuna havachade and are making other arrangements. That's true, definitely true. Most people are now leaving South Africa. They're going to the UK, some USA, some Asia. I mean, people are moving. People are really like trying by all means to make sure they are out of South Africa as soon as possible. But there's now opportunities here. Some are moving back to Zimbabwe, and yes, home is best. Someone said with South Africa government plan this long time back, it's just a way of inflicting pain to Zimbabwe citizens, so they vote against the corrupt government. Anyway, just come home guys alive than in ashes or skeletons. Come back home, fellow countrymen. We must fight dictatorship together. We must unite to liberate Zimbabwe. The cancellation of the ZAP came on the right time. 2023 CCC. And so guys, that's the latest here on Prince Entertainment TV, audio thoughts with Prince. And so we're gonna be keeping you guys up to date with the latest regarding to any new information regarding to Zimbabwe exemption permits, and those who doesn't have any permit at all, because this will also affect you as guys. Permit because those permits because as far as I'm concerned, zvidhura kuti vakwanise kuona mabasa vavhure mabank accounts. Manje zvinezvi kana zvidhura zvacho zvinenge zvakusashanda because those original ones anenge achinzi haacharenew. And so it's a high time that most people need to just be aware and also take some precautions. It's a time that people need to save money. People need to save money. yes, it's every cent counts this time, because nguva yekutoti unofanira kuti unge wakagadzirira ukaziva kuti mangwana zvinomuka zvakaita sei. So we will keep you in the loop here on Audio Thoughts with Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. This is a discussion show, and you are free to comment in the comment section. Yes, as long as we don't insult each other, tisingatukane tisingashorane, ngatingotaura nyaya, because inyaya yekuti inoaffecta vanhu vazhinji, affecta millions of people who are in South Africa, who are living and working there. Some have been there for the last 13 years, 14 years, for real. Saka vanhu kutoti vanga vaka upenyu hwavo vari kunze ikoko, but pakaipa mawanchacha. So it's gonna be a very, very difficult time for them to come back home and actually adjust. Pakaipa. This is Audio Thoughts Prince on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Thank you for listening, watching. Bless up.